All right, y'all, and we are back. So the third and final retro review game we're going to do today is probably the trolliest of the three from my own childhood recollections. We are going to be playing Super Hunchback. And you know it's going to be good because the title music is just putting on the Ritz. This is another platformer. Another Game Boy game I had as a kid. No clue why I had it. The box had bright colors on it. I don't know. It was one that I got early on in my Game Boy career, and I don't pretend to have fully understood it, but I will say that I remember it being somewhat fun when it wasn't being a bully. So, that being said, let's get into it. So you're a hunchback. You run. You dodge things. You collect fruit. They do this really nasty thing where when you get hit, you don't really take damage. You just get stunned, which eats up time. And there's a limited amount of time to clear each screen. There's also some instant death holes and spikes and things like that. But the main enemy is the timer. Just kind of like Batman, very floaty jumps. You just kind of get in the air and you just chill there for a while when you jump. Oh. And this is the bullying I was talking about, where you kind of can get juggled by obstacles, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I'm just exploring. I'm just getting treasures. Okay. Oh. And now we'll just ride this to hell, I guess. You do have to be careful though, because in the never-ending quest for treasure, cruel time is always waiting to do you dirty. All right. ×2. Oh, what's that? I think that's a bonus thing? I think? Yes, it's bonus. Oh. 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 Warp section bonus. Okay, yeah. Alright, thank you. Rock 'em up! Oh, Lord. Okay. See, a lot of the stages are very short unless you want to go looking for treasure. Like the individual screens or whatever, it's just it's the game is very much aimed at like replay value and wanting to get as many points as possible. Hunchbacks are not good swimmers, apparently. Alright. Are we in the castle now? We're in a castle now? I'm still not entirely even sure what the point of the game is. Like, I don't know if we're trying to get to the kitchen to make a sandwich, if we're trying to save a princess, if the gargoyles are throwing a birthday party for me. I don't know. I do know that the jumping is bad. Basically, the way the jumping works is when you jump, you have however much momentum you had when you left the ground, and then so you have to like really get a running start on every jump, and you're like, well, yeah, that sounds like a normal physics, but it's not. It's not fun in a game. Secret bonus 4. What is? Oh, okay. And then I got all those points. Go me. And now I'm inside the castle. See, like right there, I foolishly thought I could just jump forward when really you need to like run and go. Oh, the bullying begins. Oh, take that though. And that's why this is actually incredibly nerve-wracking. Ah! I'm being raided by Cosmic Code with a party of 12 viewers. Step into the cosmic realm of Cosmic Code 6669, where fantasy and strategy collide in a cloud of stoner charm. From Total War Warhammer 3 to Baldur's Gate 3, they're your go-to for retro RPGs and epic battles. Whether it's a chill VHVH vanilla session or a no crisis co-op with Kolek and Chorfs, expect lore chats and a lot of smoking. Join the nerdy, no backseating community for some mental health friendly streams. Thank you so much for the raid, Cosmic Code. How are you doing, buddy? And welcome in. Let's see if the music wants to stop. I don't think it does. Sometimes it stops on its own, and sometimes we just party forever. Sometimes we just jam out, and that's okay. Hello, everybody. I'm the Phenomenal Sir, a variety streamer bringing you the greatest games of the 80s, 90s, and today. And today we are working our way through a trio of classic Game Boy games from like the 1989 to 1991 time lump, I guess you'd say, era, whatever. All stuff that I had as a kid, stuff that I was terrible at, stuff that we're going through and playing for about half an hour to 45 minutes each. And just rating them, deciding what we think about them. So far, we have played Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and here, that'll shut it up. We've played Attack of the Killer Tomatoes for the OG Game Boy, and then we played Batman the video game for the OG Game Boy. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was more fun and more frustrating, interestingly enough. I'm sipping. You can't see it, but I'm doing it, Cosmic. So anyway, thank you so much for thinking of me. Thank you so much for trusting me to do jank. Go get in bed. Do it. Dream those janky dreams, sir. That's a fireball! Oh, and I got a game over. No continues. Oh, that is absolutely heartless. No continues, y'all. Just back to the title screen, putting on the Ritz. Oh, this is definitely a get good or get home game. Oh. No. The hell was that? Oh. Alrighty. So do I drop down here for treasure? Yeah, sure. You drop down there for treasure, sir. Oh. 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 Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna try it. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna take my life and go. Another bonus stage. Oh. Oh. Alrighty. Look at that. Pro mode, baby. I want to test this out. You have momentum when you are sinking in the water, by the way. So I think these bells give me... they give me like a multiplier when I finish a stage. I'm not sure. Before, we didn't even check over here. Oh, because there's nothing there. Just a bunch of fruit. Here we go. Okay. Level completed. Interesting. So this is where we died before. Nope. God, you gotta do a running start on every jump. Oh! That was spooky. That was super spooky. Secret? I'll take it. I feel like there's other types of secret stages you can get. I feel like I remember one where you have to swim. You have to like mash the A button to swim up to the top of a chamber full of water. Now, in theory, if I was a pro gamer, I could probably jump on one of those cannonballs and just ride it across the stage, right? If I get an R, do I get an extra life? Something happened. I did get an extra life. I mean, I assumed, right? One would hope. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. Hell yeah. Get wrecked. Pro mode. Just go for it. So I jump on this and then up. Oh. See, like right there, that you think, oh, okay, like every platformer I've ever played, I just turn around and I jump the other way. No, dummy. You need to get a running start. So that moves. Which is why it has a shadow, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So we got a book. There we go. Okay. Pro gamer. Level completed. And as with all of these Game Boy games, I find myself wondering how many stages there are. Bubbles. Oh! Oh! Most of the stages, I don't know, the levels, I don't know how I feel about the level design. I am aware that there are a lot of secrets. But the stage design seems to be mostly just run forward. No, 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 no. Like, it seems like, I mean, there's a couple of stages where we had to climb up or whatever, but it does mostly just seem like you run forward, you jump a few times, you've beaten the stage. Grats. You know? Oh, bet I can't ride on those. I cannot ride on those. Oh, I can ride them straight to hell, but I can't ride them to anywhere constructive. See, it's just, yeah, it's mostly just like you run, you jump like 3 to 5 times, there's a bell. Okay, you've advanced. Oh, and then they start to drop. They lose momentum. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, the fire got me. Womp. No, you bitch. Well, that's not good. I'll tell you what this game reminds me of. It reminds me of, literally, it just feels like I'm playing an arcade game. Like, this feels like an arcade game. This feels like something that you would put quarters in. Which is not a bad thing. Like, the way the levels are very short, the game rewards you with score multipliers and increased timers, depending on how well you play. It rewards, you know, error-free gameplay from a very early point on. You're suddenly expected to just play perfectly. It feels like an arcade game, which is okay, because I don't dislike arcade games. It makes me wonder if there was, at some point, a Super Hunchback arcade game. That was just pure faith right there. I need a cannonball to come from right here, and then I not jump directly into the fire. It feels like, yeah, this feels like a quarter game. This feels like an arcade cabinet game. I'll have to look this up. Series of 9 levels, each divided into 5 sections. Despite coverage by the popular Nintendo Power video game magazine, the game sold relatively few copies in North America and was not widely released. Conversely, the game received several highly positive reviews in Europe and was briefly very popular. This is a 90s thing right here. German video gaming magazine Power Play gave Super Hunchback a score of 70%. In episode 2 of season 1, British television show Bad Influence gave it 4 out of 5 stars, because, you know, video games were considered a bad influence back in the 90s. Okay. So, not an arcade game adaptation, but it certainly feels like it should be. This feels, and it actually makes sense to the kind of the weird, not even really floatiness, the resistance, like the built-in resistance of the controls actually would make sense if this was an arcade game, right? Like, if people who have played a lot of arcade games would understand what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it feels like you're pushing the character rather than directing the character. In some of those old arcade games where you have to do like crazy jumps and stuff. So yeah, I'll log to the gut. Oh, well, okay. I missed the rope. Yeah, kind of the 3 lives and you're done, and it's like a bit of an achievement to get an extra life in this game. Requires multiple pickups. Interesting. Yeah. Oh. Huh! Secret. Oh, it's the same boring one. Can we get 100%? Grab it with your hump, Quasimodo! Ah, yes! Okay. Oh, you get a 1-up for getting 100%. That makes those way more attractive targets. Didn't know that. Oh my god. Am I trapped down here in the caves forever? Nope, I'm good. I'm a pro gamer. Okay. Yeah, so the bells are like score multipliers, and for every 5 you get, you get a multiplier. And there's 5 guaranteed ones, which are the end of section bells, but then the little bells count as well. Okay. Nice. Oh. Into the spikes you go, Quasimodo. Okay. I could see this being a game if the Jank Bros still like actually did any events. I could actually see this being a really, really funny Jank Bros race game. Like, I know most of the Jank Bros wouldn't play it, but I don't know, if you could find people that actually like had the patience or the tolerance to play this kind of game, I could. I fucked it up. I could see this being a race where it's like, okay, you have 20 minutes. Whoever gets the farthest in the game wins the race, kind of thing, you know? Like you're racing to get either points or to the farthest into the game, like in terms of levels. And if you die, you just restart from the beginning, and you know, once you've hit the 20 minute mark, but you would have to really keep track of everybody's stuff. It would take multiple people like kind of watching and keeping score and everything. It would be a weird sort of Jank Bros race, but it wouldn't be a bad one. Oh, I am a sorcerer. Boom, baby. Hell yeah. Oh, that arrow was gonna get me. Go, 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 go. Mash, mash, mash. As soon as I get that diamond, I gotta start pulling to the right. There we go. Hell yeah, give me that extra life. I'm sure the speed runs for this game are something to behold. Oh, that was scary actually, and it's just, oh. And then I paid. That's interesting. I found a secret. I could kind of see there was like a tunnel there in the rocks. What? Oh, interesting. Okay, that was accidental, but okay. I'll take it. Woo! There's that flaming apple that cost us the win last time. Well, it didn't cost us the win. It was the arrows that got us. Oh. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. So I'm in level 3 of 9. This is actually a decently long game, too, compared to other Game Boy games. Like non-RPG Game Boy games, obviously. Okay. So you touch it once, it turns white. Second time, and it's about to pop. That was my chance right there. I jumped. I 100% jumped there. Oh, oh. Bonk. And that's a game over. Alright. So, how do I feel about this one? The music, we can't really, I mean, sorry to the composer, but we can't really say much about the music because the opening title song is just an actual song that you turned into like a little 8-bit thing, like a little bit tune. The music is meh. It's not bad. I've played a couple of games in the past where the music was like actively harmful to my psyche. It was just bad music. This was just music that I didn't really think about. The controls were not great. The jumping, considering that, you know, jumping is really the only thing you can do, the jumping did not feel good. It felt like the game was trying to keep me from being able, and this is going to sound weird, it felt like the game's controls were trying to keep me from being able to play the game. There were too many times where basically you jump onto a platform and there's immediately a thing coming at you, and you try to jump again and you just jump straight up in the air even though you're holding forward because you didn't take 3 steps before you jumped or whatever, you know. That wasn't fun. The lack of continues is hurtful, but given how quickly you can get through the stages and the fact that, you know, it's 9 levels and the whole point is to kind of just advance, it's less aggravating than it could be. I do wish that there was something where, like when you died, if it showed you what your high scores were, so that you could kind of like feel a desire to keep coming back and playing, even though you got a game over. Oh, I got a game over, but I did a really good job on the bonus stages, and I got all the bells, so my high score went up, kind of thing. You know, like I could see how it could have been better. yeah, I don't know. The controls were really unpleasant. All you can do is run and jump. And both of those actions felt weird and awkward. Um, they were overly animated and inadequately implemented. He's flapping his whole body as he's running, and then just you press jump, and because his foot was in the air or something, you don't jump. Um, mm, I feel like this game should be a 2.5, but I also feel like it's got a little bit better play value in today's era just by virtue of it having a very intricate scoring scheme where you could try to like get high scores. I wish that the game tracked them, but I understand why it didn't, right? Because this was when I don't know. I don't want to I feel like having an internal save files on a video game cartridge was still like an advertising point at this point in Nintendo's career, or just video games in general. Like that was one of those things they would slap on the box. Like, battery backup to save your scores. You're like, wow. So, you know, it's not like Super Mario World where you can't save unless you beat a castle, and all the other games at the time had saving. This is just an old game that it just wasn't an expectation. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, you're running and jumping and you're grabbing fruit. It feels like an arcade game. I think if it was an arcade game, it would probably be more fun, like having it on a cabinet and having the high scores and playing it in color. And I think that a lot of the shortfalls of this game would be addressed by that. So I think that somebody who enjoys, you know, classic like retro arcade games would like this more than the average player. So I'm going to give this one a 2.5, but when I do my review, I am going to put something in there specifically like, if you're the type of gamer that has arcade cabinets in your basement like me, you probably will think this is a better than 2.5 game. But so overall, kind of a lackluster offering today. I think they were all interesting games. It was fun getting to go back and play them again. Don't know that I'll ever play any of them again. But that's been 3 Game Boy Retro reviews. Like I said, it's going to be a very short... Well, hang on a second. Give me a second, y'all. Let's put a buffer in here. So, like I said, 2.5 with an asterisk. I would say 3.5 if you're a fan of arcade games. If you have an arcade cabinet that has like what are they, the Raspberry Pis or whatever, and you can get this game on it, I would say try playing this game on an arcade cabinet, and I think it would end up being more fun than playing it on a Game Boy. That's the best I can do. So give me 15 seconds and I will be right back.